They say the Cotswolds are some of the most beautiful countryside in England, but beauty can hide secrets. In the golden stone and quiet lanes, something lingers. Welcome to Ghosts of the Cotswolds. The Cotswolds is an area of outstanding natural beauty in the south of England, in the United Kingdom. Famous for its gentle rolling hills, picturesque villages and market towns, and many of England's greatest stately homes and manor houses. But it is also home to some of the most haunted places in England. Millions of people from all over the world visit the Cotswolds to soak in the gorgeous honey-toned limestone buildings from a bygone age. But there is much more to the Cotswolds than genteel landscapes and beautiful buildings. As we will discover in this series, this region is home to an unusually high volume of paranormal activity. Much of it may look like something from a fairy tale, but we're here to share stories from the darker side of the Cotswolds. The area is abound with ghostly tales we will explore, from apparitions of kings and noble lords, all the way through to the terror of murderous butlers and headless horsemen. The time has come for you to journey with us to explore ghosts of the Cotswolds. Lacock, a village that seems suspended in time. Cobbled streets worn smooth by centuries of feet, timbered cottages bowed by the weight of years, and above all, the solemn majesty of Lacock Abbey. From medieval nuns to Victorian scientists, this village has seen ages turn, but some things, it seems, have never quite moved on. Though just beyond the formal boundary, Lacock lies at the southern edge of the Cotswolds and holds stories as old and as shadowed as any village in its heart. Beyond the warm stone and the whispering trees, Lacock holds stories rarely found in guidebooks, tales of phantoms, visions, and ancient figures who still walk cloistered halls and shadowed woods. Here, we walk those paths and listen to the voices that history left behind. The abbey itself, founded in 1232 by Eerily, Countess of Salisbury, has stood watch for nearly 800 years. And like many ancient buildings, it watches back. Visitors over the decades have spoken of a figure they cannot explain. A hunchbacked dwarf, described as deformed, silent, and quick, appearing in the upper levels, always vanishing just out of reach. One theory emerged when skeletal remains, a small human body malformed, were discovered buried beneath the grounds during restoration work. No name, no records, but locals had spoken of him for generations. There is a lake behind the abbey, quiet, shallow, and seemingly undisturbed. But watch it long enough, and it may watch you back. Known only as the Lady by the Lake, she has been seen in early morning mist, staring across the water, never speaking, never turning. Some link her to Rosamund Clifford, the famed Fair Rosamund, mistress of King Henry II. Her ties to Lacock are disputed, but her sorrow, it seems, has taken root here all the same. In the heart of the village, an inn has stood since the 15th century, the Sign of the Angel. Within its timbered rooms and low ceilings, one guest never checks out. Staff and guests alike have seen her. A quiet woman, always alone, always waiting. They say she was a landlady, once widowed, who spent her final years in that very chair, hoping for someone who never came home. They say she's not frightening, but she does not like to be disturbed. Some visitors speak of a presence they feel before they see, the snap of twigs, a low growl, eyes in the hedge that glow yellow, Lacock. Like so many English villages, has its black dog. Black dogs are an ancient part of English folklore, omens of death, misfortune, or judgment. In Lacock, it appears only to those walking alone. Locals say if you see it, leave the road and wait, and never meet its eyes. Even in daylight, there is something about the cloisters of Lacock Abbey, the way sound moves, the way light avoids corners. Visitors have reported whispering, hushed voices, Latin phrases, sometimes laughter. Some say the spirits of the nuns remain, especially in the northwest corner where prayers were once led. Others believe it is simply the acoustics. But many leave that part of the abbey sooner than they expected. In this ancient church, the Lacock cup once stood, a medieval silver chalice later moved to the British Museum. But something else remained. Since the cup's removal, some parishioners report a presence, faint murmurs during evensong, shadows near the altar, the feeling of being watched from the empty choir stalls. Some say the cup was a spiritual anchor, and with it gone, something untethered now moves freely. Once the village vicarage, Cantax House has long held a reputation for unease. Tenants, from vicars to visiting guests, have reported footsteps on staircases no one climbs, and doors found ajar after locking. There is no ghost story here, no name, no tragedy, only repetition of sound, of motion, of presence, as though the house remembers a rhythm no longer shared with its living occupants. Like many old inns, the Red Lion carries more than ale and laughter. In the 17th century, during the chaos of the Civil War, a woman named Florrie was caught in a moment of passion and paid for it with her life. Her husband, a soldier returning unexpectedly, killed her lover and slit Florrie's throat before tossing her body into the well. They say her cries echo there still, when rain fills the stone throat of that forgotten pit. Lacock is a place where time stands with one foot in the past. Its beauty draws the eye, but its shadows draw the soul. Here, the past is not buried, it is walked, it is whispered, it is watching. Join us next time as we travel deeper into the haunted heart of the Cotswolds. Please subscribe to this channel to be alerted to the next episode of Ghosts of the Cotswolds.